Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer, your go-to source for expert legal insights with your host, Brian Figueroa, Esquire. With over a quarter century of experience in general law, including a focus on immigration law, Attorney Figueroa brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table and is highly regarded as New York's #1 immigration attorney. In today's show, we discuss religious petitions. How can your church benefit through immigration? Plus, don't miss our exclusive interview with co-host me, Ashley Dawkins, with our special guest, Carlita Figueroa, who educates us on the problem of domestic violence. Did you know Jamaica is #2 in the world for femicides? Miss Carlita Figueroa, who is a survivor of domestic violence herself, is a part of Love Life Foundation and shares resources and invaluable advice. Stay tuned for an enlightening journey into the legal landscape right here on Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we have the answers. If you or someone you know is married to an abuser and is undocumented while in the United States, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates gives free immigration consultations to those experiencing domestic violence. Mr. Figueroa?
Good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Religious petitions, immigration, yes. There are so many different churches in America representing people of color. And those churches are entitled to petition for religious workers. Every year, there's a quota of 10,000 green cards. However, that quota is never exhausted, which means you churches out there, you religious organizations, you are not using this special immigrant visa to bring your fellow religious leaders from the diaspora, the African, the Latino diaspora. So whether it be Latin America, Africa, the Caribbean, wherever, if you have an organized church, you can petition for religious workers from those countries to help you do your job here in America, which is spreading the word of God. Yes. And we know God has different, meanings, but U.S. immigration law does not, discriminate against any particular religion. So we're talking about all religious organizations that are 501c3 approved, meaning they are a bona fide nonprofit. So if you are a religious leader and you want to bring that pastor, evangelist, organist, whatever it is that is categorized as a religious worker, no non-religious work, please, and you want to bring that person to America, give us a call. And we will work with you to bring that person or persons to America so that God's word would be, properly taught. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share with your religious leaders, churches, synagogue, whatever your religion. It's 855-768 8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Many religions established in the United States of America or imported from other countries, they have the right to religious freedom in America. And obviously sometimes the big guy or lady who really understands and can motivate people to God, they are what? In other countries. But you could bring them here. You could get them a green card. You could bring their families here so that they could make a transition to America in a much needed leadership position. Again, the number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Our website, www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Thank you.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Welcome to America, How to Get a Green Card, in Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. Are you planning to migrate to the U.S.? Do you have family in the U.S.? Learn about the consequences of entering the U.S. with or without inspection, unlawful presence, family, faith-based, and fiancé petitions, the impact of fraudulent visas when applying for a green card, and more. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
5 ways you can legally work in the United States in 2024. The American dream is alive and well. Thousands of individuals seek immigration to the United States to explore opportunities and create a better life for themselves and their families. Many options are available to work in the U.S., whether you come with valuable experience, extraordinary skills, or sufficient funds to invest or start a business. Individuals are always looking for ways to work in the United States, but working in the U.S. illegally can severely hurt your chances of staying in the U.S. in the future. It can be more complicated to restore legal status if you work illegally. Let us explore 5 ways you can legally work in the United States to ensure this doesn't happen to you. 1. Get a job offer. When immigrating to the U.S. to work, you will need to successfully obtain a job offer from a qualifying U.S. employer, who will then file a petition on your behalf, their employee. Some of the visa categories available for applications that you will need a job offer for include H-1B visa. An H-1B visa is the most popular U.S. work permit that allows foreigners to work specialty Occupations for U.S. employers. This means that your employment in the United States cannot be for just any type of work. The work performed must involve a high level of skill, such as in a professional occupation. L-1 visa. If you are being transferred to an existing U.S. business, the L-1 visa is the best type of U.S. work visa for you. L-1 visas are available to employees working for companies outside the United States, such as in Canada, that have branches, subsidiaries, affiliates, or joint venture partners in the United States. 2. Start a U.S. business. A few visa category options are available for those with sufficient funds to those wanting to start a U.S. business. E-2 visa. E-2 visas are designed for owners and investors in businesses in the United States. The E-2 visa is a temporary U.S. work visa that may be granted for substantial investments in the U.S., for which one must meet several requirements to qualify. E-1 visa. The E-1 visa, also known as the Treaty Trade Visa, is a non-immigrant visa for citizens of countries with which the U.S. has a treaty of commerce. While not all countries are eligible, business owners and investors from those that are may qualify if they meet several criteria. L-1 visa. Earlier, we mentioned the L-1 visa as an excellent option for those seeking to work in the U.S. if they are being transferred abroad to a U.S. employer. The L-1 visa also allows individuals to expand their business to the U.S. 3. Holding extraordinary ability skills. O-1 visa. The temporary O-1 visa is intended for people who possess extraordinary skills in arts, sciences, business, education, or athletics, or who have a solid track record of extraordinary performance in the motion picture and television industry and have been identified and acknowledged domestically and internationally for their excellence. 4. Studying the U.S. OP or CPT OPT. Optional practical training and CPT, curricular practical training, are the two types of temporary employment opportunities available to non-immigrant student visa holders. In most cases, the U.S. government considers internships and employment for students on F-1 visas practical training. 5. Religious workers. R-1 visa. The R-1 visa is a non-immigrant visa designed to help eligible religious workers work within the U.S. for a religious organization. The religious organization must be registered as a nonprofit in the U.S., linked to a U.S. religious denomination, or a religious group with a tax exemption. There are 10,000 available every year. Interested in working in the United States? If so, ask the lawyer. The international law firm of Figueroa and Associates has been practicing immigration law for a quarter of a century. Brian Figueroa, Esquire, is a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, AILA, and is widely regarded as NY's #1 immigration attorney. Ready for the next step? Schedule an appointment at www.askthelawyer.us or call 855-768-8845. Immigration law is dynamic and complex. The lawyer you hire does make a difference.
Estate planning is a necessity, not a luxury. Let the law firm of Figueroa & Associates help you protect your legacy, assets, and loved ones. Get estate planning consultation on wills, living trusts and probate, power of attorney, health proxy, deed transfers, providing for special needs, disabled children and grandchildren, minimizing federal and state taxes. Call us right now at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Or schedule an appointment at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Do you need to do a deed transfer? Figueroa and Associates would be happy to help. We would be glad to assist you with adding a spouse, family member, or partner to a deed, removing an individual from a deed, and transferring a deed from an individual to a corporation, LLC, or trust. We would also assist you with advice on whether a deed transfer would violate the terms of your mortgage, advice on the best way to take title, whether it's tenants in common, joint tenancy, or rights of survivorship. We would also advise you on the best type of deed to use. For consultation, call the law firm of Figueroa and Associates at 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
Get on the path to success. Join the fastest growing industry. Become a paralegal. The rise in popularity of online education programs means that it is easier than ever to find the right one for you. Deciding on the best paralegal online program requires research and time. By weeding out the level mills and substandard institutions, you can earn a quality certificate at an affordable price. When researching online paralegal programs, you will want to consider several factors. Cost and institution reputation are the most important. With this in mind, one program rises above the rest. The Chamber Coalition, which comprises the New American Chamber of Commerce, NACC, the African American International Chamber of Commerce, AAICC, and the Hispanic American International Chamber of Commerce, HAICC, offers the best online paralegal studies program. The competitive tuition rate, coupled with the impeccable reputation of the coalition, makes this an obvious choice for anyone serious about their education. This is a program of the highest standard. Additional certificates include LexisNexis and Clio. We also use Cali, which is what is used in law schools. What are the requirements? To be admitted to the Chamber's Paralegal Certificate Program, you must be at least 18 years old, read and write English at a proficiency level, have strong computer skills, and have a high school diploma. If these qualifications fit you, you can continue the admission process. Applications are accepted online anytime during the year. A mandatory orientation describes your upcoming classes, guidelines, and expectations. The tuition for this respected program is very competitive with other online paralegal degrees. It costs less than $1,000 for the entire program. The average student can finish the program in anywhere from 6 to 12 months. Books are extra and will run around a few $100s for everything. If you want the best paralegal online program at the best price, the Chamber Coalition Paralegal Certificate Program is the answer. The program is excellent for aspiring and current paralegals, individuals who plan to attend law school, community advocates, persons who want to understand the law and their rights, and prospective political candidates. Is being a paralegal worth it? Yes. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 10% job growth between now and 2029. The median salary nationwide in 2019 was $51,740, and the average mean wage was $61,810. It truly is a prestigious and significant profession. Simply put, paralegals help people. They help their employers be more efficient in their jobs, increase a firm's revenue and productivity, and help the clients. A career as a paralegal can be rewarding professionally and personally, and offers a unique opportunity to help others. Options vary depending on the paralegal's practice area. New York is the state with the second largest employment of paralegals and legal assistants in the country Given New York City's occasional designation as the capital of the world and close proximity to Washington, D.C., the hub of federal government and law. As one of the biggest global hubs of finance, media, and culture, jobs in the legal realm are bound to follow. Most states do not have any certification or licensure requirements to be a paralegal, and New York is no exception. By graduating from this program, you can market yourself as a virtual paralegal for attorneys and law firms in New York State. There is a one-time fee of $550. Are you excited to learn more? Register for an orientation at www.freeparalegal.org. That's www.freeparalegal.org.
Do you want to be a paralegal, or are you planning to go to law school? Our Chamber Coalition's online paralegal program is the right program to get you started. Some of the areas of law include contracts, property law, tort liability, civil procedure, constitutional law, immigration, civil rights, estate planning, wills and trusts, and matrimonial, plus legal research and writing, legal marketing, and small business. We also use Cali, which is used in law schools, and you get extra certificates from Clio and LexisNexis. By graduating from this program, you can market yourself as a virtual paralegal for attorneys and law firms in New York State. There is a one-time fee of $550. Are you excited to learn more? Register for an orientation at www.freeparalegal.org. That's www.freeparalegal.org.
The next orientation is Monday, January 8th at 6 p.m. via Zoom.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty, Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty, Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
Welcome to America, How to Get a Green Card, in Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. Are you planning to migrate to the U.S.? Do you have family in the U.S.? Learn about the consequences of entering the U.S. with or without inspection, unlawful presence, family, faith-based, and fiancé petitions, the impact of fraudulent visas when applying for a green card, and more. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Matrimonial issues, divorces, uncontested, contested divorces. We live in a society where marriage is not what it used to be. You know, and you ever look in the mirror and you say, why this lady fall in love with me, boy? Or, you know, why did this guy fall fall in love with me? Well, chances are if you live in New York City or one of the major cities, the fact that you're a U.S. citizen, that person may fall in love with you. Well, not in you, but, they need a green card. I've seen men fall in love, women fall in love, only to realize that the person get married to them to get a green card. And when this happens, obviously it's heartbreaking. You feel humiliated. What can you do? And to make matters worse, it's so stupid you didn't do a prenup or postnup agreement. So whether she or he love you, if you have assets to protect, it is a good idea to get a prenup agreement. And if you're already married, run to the office and get a postnup agreement. Yes, that money that you're working for, that you save, that you invest in your home. You have a nice little home back in Jamaica, back in Trinidad, back in Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent the Grenadines, that you want to retire to. Would you like somebody to come and just take half of what you have because you're so stupid you didn't do no wills, trust, estate, and succession planning? People have come to the office and they just get married and they want to go on a man deed. And I'm thinking, is this guy on crack? He wants to put this woman on his deed, making her what? Joint tenants by the entirety, where if he dies, she gets it. And if she dies, he keeps it. But if you got the divorce, you didn't have to give her anything or him anything because it's separate property. But by putting that person's name on the deed, you made a gift of equity to them. So you are violating different laws when you don't consult with an attorney. The laws regarding equitable distribution and the laws regarding wills, trust, and estate planning. Now, you might be sitting at home and saying, boy, this Mr. Figueroa, he has knowledge, he has experience. I need to get to his office quickly. And I'm saying to you, ma'am, sir, you're right. Don't procrastinate because you're going to lose your assets. Give us a call. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. So if you're suspicious, he or she disappear and you know where they're gone, they might have still, they may still have somebody they love back home and they want to bring that person here after they finish with you. These are the issues as immigrants, unique issues that we face. I mean, please, you understand what I'm saying? The reason why you took so long to get a spouse may be because you're not a nice person, I don't know. You're not the best looker, I don't know. But regardless, you should be protecting your life's work. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. Get your prenup, your postnup, do some wills, trust, estate planning, matrimonial, understand matrimonial law even before you get married. So I know everybody might go counseling with the pastor, but how about the lawyer? Understand your rights. Again, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Peace.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figueroa & Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Carletta Figueroa, a Trinidadian national and trained domestic violence advocate survivor mentor, moved to Jamaica in March this year to represent the U.S.-based Love Life Now Foundation in Boston, Massachusetts. She has been working tirelessly to provide domestic violence support and assistance, mentorship services, and more. Their goal is to empower survivors, raise awareness, and bring about positive change in Jamaica's response to domestic violence. Good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today in studio with us, we have Carletta Figueroa, Director of Love Life Now Foundation. So lovely to have you with us, Ms. Figueroa. How are you?
I am blessed, thank you, and yourself?
I'm well, thank you for asking. So can you tell us a bit about yourself and your role within the Love Life Now Foundation?
I have 6 children. I have 5 grandchildren. I am a domestic violence survivor. I survived 9 years of domestic violence, and I was able to live with my life. And this would be 23 years ago. I came to Jamaica actually to play mass earlier this year because I was spreading the domestic violence awareness message, which I did in Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. And then I came to Jamaica to bring that same message to Jamaica because, I don't know if you're aware that Jamaica is number 2 worldwide in terms of femicide. All right. So on coming here, I had known Laverne Gordon, who is the president of Love Life Now Foundation from before, as being someone who's very, she's on the ground in the US and throughout the world doing DV. So she contacted me and she said, let us really, if you don't mind staying in Jamaica, let us do something there to make a change. So we decided to work together. We decided and we started to work together. And I'm still here today. I am on the ground and we are trying to win this war.
So the mission of Love Life Now is to support survivors of domestic violence. How does the organization go about achieving this mission on a global scale? I know that you said you're now located in Jamaica to continue doing the work because they're number 2 when it comes to domestic violence. What other initiatives or what ways are you helping in Jamaica to make sure that vision comes to light?
All right. In Jamaica, we assist persons who, let's say, for instance, you're a non-national. Earlier this year, we had a Canadian national who was here. We got a crisis call where she actually was being beaten by a boyfriend that she came to beat, that she met online. And we had to get her a place to stay because there's only 2 shelters on the island. So most times, if a victim leaves, they have no choice but to go back, because the shelters are not readily available. So we had to get her somewhere to stay, to actually hide, because her life was being threatened. She had to get medical attention, and then eventually the Love Life Now Get Safe Fund was able to purchase her a ticket from Jamaica and get her safely back in Canada. That is another thing that we do locally here. Someone is running and you need to run from Clarendon to go to Ocho Rios. We offer a Get Safe Fund locally where we would assist with transportation, and food money to get you from point A to point B so that you could be safe and away from the abuser.
So education plays a crucial role in Love Life Now's initiatives. Can you elaborate on the educational resources and workshops the organization provides to survivors and the community?
Okay, to survivors, I am a trained domestic violence advocate survivor mentor. I am also aligned with the Hope for Women project, where we do mentoring of women to get them from being victims or survivors to thrivers, where they could just go from being saying, I survived domestic violence to saying I thrived. So we are putting them in line to put the trauma of domestic violence behind them and move forward as persons enterprising, doing businesses, just being self-sufficient and being able to forgive their perpetrators and forgive themselves and move forward. We also do pop-in awareness where we go to supermarkets, churches, and actually do presentation and hand out information with regards to domestic violence, just to sensitize and let people know that help is here. We provide resources that they would not usually know about and to share information about our hotline and Laverne is on her way here, I should say, and she's actually bringing some care packages that will also be added to our already mentioned services. So once a victim is on the run, we will be dropping off care packages at the police station. We will be dropping off care packages at the health center. So once it is a victim, I actually had a meeting. I'm actually at the Mapen police station doing this interview, and I had a meeting last night with the sergeant who said that the cases are rising so much. She really needs for us to collaborate and actually go out there into the communities and speak to people. But as you know, the crime here is not normal. So me as a woman, I usually try to tread lightly. If I'm going out with the police is one thing, but the supermarkets and so on, they are welcoming. They usually welcome the little training session and the awareness that we do. And I am so far thankful for that.
You kind of touched upon it, but I was going to ask, how does Love Life Now work to spread awareness about domestic violence and what impact that has on that the organization has seen through its awareness campaigns, especially in a country like Jamaica? I know that people are more like housed together, they're more family oriented. How do you work on spreading awareness when they can't necessarily get away from their abusers because they are in such close quarters to them?
Right. Doing our awareness sessions at the churches, at the supermarket, most of the time a woman would pop into the supermarket and we are there. We have our card that gives Love Life Now information, and we also share to the back of our card the police stations that is assigned to deal with domestic violence locally. And some people would say that they go to the police and they don't get help. But in Jamaica, there are 10 police stations that is properly equipped and they are ready to deal with domestic violence cases in a manner that would, it would make the victim feel comfortable. And they would usually, they try their best to work with the victims to get them out of the situation. Also at Love Life Now Foundation, what we do escape plans. And with the escape plan, I don't have to come to your home. Over the phone, I could work with you to put together a proper escape plan. So today or tomorrow, if you are still in the domestic violence situation and environment, you could plan on how to escape without your perpetrator knowing.
What are some of the challenges Love Life Now faces in its mission, and how does the organization overcome these challenges?
All right, some of the challenges would be funding. Another challenge that we had was getting registered here as a foreign company or a foreign organization. But we have overcome that hurdle. Another challenge would be persons being ashamed persons looking at domestic violence as a taboo subject. And as you and I know, silence hides violence. So unless you speak about it, that is the only time that people will know what you're going through and be able to help you. You as a woman, you have to know who to talk to. Reach out and talk to the police. If you are going through this violence, as a survivor, I could tell you, once you don't say nothing, nobody's going to help you. But the day you get up and you decide, I could take this no more, and you decide to reach out for help, somebody will help you. And in my time, which was 23 years ago, there was nobody, or I thought there was nobody, right? So I hid it. I would take licks. I would get abused and spend 3-4 days inside hiding because I'm embarrassed to come outside, a shame for the neighbor to see me. But now we have to get up and get, because a lot of people is dying for being ashamed. Again, silence hides violence.
And finally, I want to ask, what are some of the future goals and aspirations of Love Life Now? Are there any upcoming projects or initiatives the organization is excited about? And how can people get in contact with you, your organization, to help donate? And just tell us everything.
Okay. Our goal right now is to at least start 2 domestic violence shelters on the island, at least 2. We want to start with 1 and then upgrade to another one before. And me being a survivor, I know what it is to leave and have to go back. When you come back, you're telling your abuser, oh, you have nowhere to go. Okay. So they start to abuse you all over again. And just imagine leaving today, you go to the station, you do whatever. The police have no choice, because at the station, they would try their best to help you, but there's no shelter there. And unless the government or the persons who are on the ground working as advocates decide, let us come together and do a shelter or a couple shelters that could at least house these women to get them on their feet, then the problem just remains the same. And one correction, domestic violence is not, Jamaica is not second in the world in domestic violence. They are second in the world in terms of femicide, which is men killing women. All right, so most of the domestic violence cases, they end up in either a murder or a murder-suicide. And this is what I know sometimes I feel a little intimidated, and I wonder if I'm putting myself at risk, but somebody have to do it. The work have to be done and somebody have to do it. So this is my reason for being here in Jamaica, and I would like to see as much people saved as possible. Another thing is persons are embarrassed again. Persons who are at a certain class in life, they won't say they because of their status and their stature, they are embarrassed to say that they are being abused. But people need to speak up and speak out, or create an escape plan and just leave the situation. You could do it. It is not hard to get up, get yourself together. Because when I left with a 3-month-old baby and a 7-month-old daughter. I didn't have a shelter to go to. I rented a house. I changed my job and got my daughter's school change and a daycare. We could, and this is where I am today. I was able to restart my life after my abuser at the time said he was going to kill me and kill my 2 daughters and make history in Barataria, Trinidad. So we could all get up. We are strong enough to get up and get out and get help. Help is here.
I want to say thank you for your work. You know, I myself as a Jamaican national, we hear about these things happening all the time. And after a while, it doesn't become surprising, but it is sad that it happens so often to the point of desensitization. So the work you do is important, and we'd like to say thank you.
Thank you as well. I would like to share my number because we are hoping that there's a lot of Jamaican nationals living abroad that have some big houses that just lock up here with grass growing on the inside, vines covering it. So if anybody who's listening, they are willing to allow us to clean up that property and use it as a shelter, we would really appreciate it. If anybody is listening, they know the situation in rural Jamaica. Like today, I am sitting in the station because Maypen is totally flooded. Most of the Jamaica, I should say, is overcast and flooded today. There are a lot of people who need help. If you all are willing to assist these mommy and their children by just packing some stuff, send it back here, everything is done in transparency and you wouldn't regret it. All right, our number here is 876-824-6470.
Thank you so much.
Thank you as well.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figueroa & Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Are you looking for a side hustle as an independent contractor? Are you looking to make extra cash and business opportunities? We have opportunities for graduates from our online Chambers Paralegal program to work with lawyers and other legal professionals in New York State or persons with similar qualifications. We also have opportunities for other chamber businesses in graphic arts and design, creating and updating websites in WordPress, the most popular platform, and other platforms, social media experts in the various platforms, and database experts. There is also a high demand for voiceovers, audio and video podcast editing in the marketing field, journalists, and other professionals in the services industry who can work in the virtual world for U.S. businesses. Send your resume and a cover letter explaining why you or your business is the right fit for these partnerships to info@myiqinc.com. That's info@myiqinc.com.
Do you need to do a deed transfer? Figueroa & Associates would be happy to help. We would be glad to assist you with adding a spouse, family member, or partner to a deed, removing an individual from a deed, and transferring a deed from an individual to a corporation, LLC, or trust. We would also assist you with advice on whether a deed transfer would violate the terms of your mortgage, advice on the best way to take title, whether it's tenants in common, joint tenancy, or rights of survivorship. We would also advise you on the best type of deed to use. For consultation, call the law firm of Figueroa & Associates at 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Oh, the boogeyman is here. Wall Street is adjusting their pension plans, the 401k plans, in a way, by law, that you could have annuities. What does that mean? Let's say you get a return on your investment of 6% on your annuity. Instead of you taking out this big lump sum on your 401k plan, like, traditionally most Americans do, why not get guaranteed income in annuity? Obviously, you're being more conservative, so your return on investment is going to be lower. Is that good? Well, with the war in Ukraine, with all those billionaires committing crimes, going to prison, millionaires, multimillionaires committing crimes, going to prison. And when I say going to prison, I'm talking about very few. The little few examples that we get when filthy rich people don't pay for their crimes against us, the people, the ones working hard. And some people think, small businesses is like a big business, and obviously that's not. Small businesses is like a glorified worker making a little more money and sacrificing in terms of their time to make a higher income. But America has evolved with corporate franchises and billionaires, multi-billionaires, multi-millionaires. They go to China, they go to India, they go to anywhere that they could get cheap labor, and they don't want to pay American workers a fair wage. That's why in the Trans-Pacific Plan that President Barack Obama was pushing, economic plan more for the Pacific countries on the Pacific side, not the Atlantic side of the ocean, Pacific Ocean, there were clauses in the agreements that, basically workers have to be protected. And when you have a treaty, America, with other countries, especially on trade, you want to know that that treaty country, they make higher wages also. So obviously what these billionaires do, billionaires created by, China, Elon Musk. He wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for China. Apple wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for China. And you could go in on and on and on. So basically countries like France and other countries want to, increase the age for retirement because we work like dogs, but we still need to work like bigger dogs because we have to pay for everything. So no wonder these billionaires want to build a spaceship that could go to Mars or the moon and build a colony there so that if the Earth is destroyed by their pollution, i.e. climate changes, they hope they could stay there a decade or two and come back to Earth and enslave us again. Or maybe they would have had a proxy here on Earth when they're on the moon, making sure that we work very hard. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. And as immigrants come here to the U.S. from the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, you have to understand, that having a business is a good idea. Our small business solutions designed with our chambers, the New American, the African American, and the Hispanic American is designed to empower entrepreneurs from other countries and those in the United States of America. We need to work together. The Germans have had their chamber in this country for a very long time, hundreds of years, 100 years. The French, the Swedes, whatever. But the South African American chamber, no. How about the Ghana chamber? No. How about the Caribbean chambers? No. We are now like little infants blossoming. And what our Caribbean countries need to do, whether it be Jamaica, TNT, Barbados, you need to work with these chambers in New York City, in America, that call themselves by these Caribbean names because business-to-business matchmaking with businesses in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, with your own sister or child chambers in the U.S. is a great idea. And with the advent of, one of the issues with COVID was virtual workers. Imagine virtual workers in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America working with those businesses in America founded by Caribbean, Hispanic, African nationals. Hey, we have the resources. Africa is full of raw materials, gold, silver, diamond, hey, all the various minerals. It is time that when we get together, it's good to have a nice little reggae party, a little soca party, a little whatever, a little rap and R&B, whatever. But the entertainment industry, while it has served us well, but not served us well enough, we need to articulate the other skills that we have intellectually and industrially. All the carpenters, plumbers, and what have you, skilled workers in the Caribbean, they're still there and they could make a lot of money in America. Or when you're here, what about putting your resources together? We met with a representative of the Department of Transportation recently. They said to us, look, we need Caribbean businesses, construction businesses to work with us. We have contracts. There are RFPs, requests for proposal, waiting for your proposal to do business with the Department of Transportation. There are other various businesses in New York City that obviously could work with New York City, which has a $100 billion business. Yeah, $100 billion in contracts every year. So please, my brothers and sisters, if you own a business or you want to start a business, talk to me. Give us a call about our small business solutions. We will put you on the path also for getting contracts with the city, state, or feds. It requires what we call minority certification, but that's just a process that doesn't take too long, doesn't cost much, but could put your business in a good position. We also work with people who could give you project management for your projects, because most times that's where we have issues or bonding issues. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. So you business people in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, why not have a presence here? Partner with sister businesses here so that you will do like what German businesses do when they come to America. They work with the Germans, the Swedes. They come here, they work with the Swedes, the English, the Britain, They work with the Brits. And the down under, Australia, they do the same. And that's what we have to do with our African, Hispanic brothers, Caribbean brothers throughout the diaspora. So you want to make money in America? You don't even have to wait for your green card. Yes, you could start a business in America without a green card, and it is legal. Again, the number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Visit our website. Set up an appointment, a consult at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. And something exciting is happening. We're gonna be having our games tournament. You black gamers out there, we're coming for you. Because not only should you be playing the game, but you should be making money from your skills. Whether it's Fortnite, Call of Duty. I normally just play the racing games, I'm not as good as my sons. Hey, so black gamers out there, we're going to be working with you soon. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. Give us a call.
Thank you for listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates in New York. We hope you enjoyed the show, which featured immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.